Okay, here we go. We're going to go into the engine room. Here we go. Very customized engine room interior. You get this light. Let's see, right over there he's got a gauge for the pressure on the fuel. So when that's too low, he knows it's time to change filters. He's got a pump in here somewhere. He's got the ability to polish his fuel tanks. He can pump diesel from any one tank and send it through a filter and put it in another tank. Interestingly, on his Raycor fuel filter back here, he's got those two electrical contacts. I learned that diesel does not conduct electricity like water does, so when that bowl starts filling up with water instead of diesel, when the water gets to that level, the contacts are made and an alarm goes off. He has an alarm for if he's taking in too much water from the fuel tanks. There he's got engine-driven refrigeration. What else? What else? Over here, I really like this. This is a Raymarine chain-driven autopilot. It's not hydraulic. You know, there's no ram connected to the steering quadrant, but rather this box, which is just connected to a chain that goes to the steering wheel there. That's nice if you don't know how to top off your hydraulic fluid, like a lot of cruisers out there have no concept of. And then, you know, they lose their steering and at sea and they're in big trouble, and it all could have been avoided if they just knew how to top off the hydraulic fluid in their boat. But with this one, you don't have to worry about it because it's just a chain. And Eric says that it works really well. Here's the manual bilge pump. Looking around, what else do we have here? He's got an old Seagull outboard there. That thing must be, God, like 50 years old. And it still works. Up here he's got a German S-Bar diesel forced air heating system. There's a little workbench area. And then here he's got some alarms. Seawater temp, freshwater temp, oil pressure, and filter. That's the alarm for water in the filter. There he has the ability to choose which water tank he's using, unlike on other Westsail 42s that I've seen which have no valves, and you're drawing water from all three tanks at the same time, which I guess has some problems with it. Oh, this is really interesting. Up here, common thing on the Westsail 42s that I've seen is that when you're filling the fuel tanks, there's an air vent on the port side that eventually starts splashing out diesel fuel when you're close to having the tanks full, in such a way that once fuel starts spilling from the air vent, it just keeps on going for about half an hour and you have to hold a rag there. Eric fixed that problem with that little box there. The fuel air vents go to that box. The box is completely sealed, and then the box goes to the vent. There's also a little drain valve on the bottom of the box. So what that does is it makes it so that the fuel doesn't start spurting out of the air vent because it collects in that box. And well, that's a little tour of the engine room on Westsail 42 Fiona.